Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a Game of Thrones, but Rhaegar never died. Here we see Rhaegar's sister, Daenerys, claiming her fully grown baby dragon. The dragon is old enough to fly, old enough to understand that he has a bond with a Targaryen. And Daenerys takes to the sky as Rhaegar would. He can only contemplate that House Targaryen has grown in strengths. Aegon the Blackfyre and his council urges Rhaegar to take over the Free Cities as soon as possible. Their betrayal and their lies and deceit in the last rebellion nearly cost Rhaegar the throne. Young Eddard, he becomes of age. He is promised to the Baratheon girl. He has grown to be a strong young man. Everything in the realm is well. A few wars cannot stop the Targaryen rule. Rhaegar thinks to himself, should he give his son Pentos? And he does. His second born from Lyanna, Daeron, Marjorie's husband, takes the throne in Pentos. The Targaryen rule, threatened constantly by the Blackfyre. Rhaegar visits him, tells him that his son is healthy, that he is thriving, and is being watched over by Loras. Rhaegar speaks openly with Aegon, saying that his second wife, the reason that he lost the war, was a betrayer. That she planned and plotted him. Aegon is furious that he let the war end because of a betrayer. She willingly got captured to stop the rebellion. Rhaegar explains to Aegon that they are stronger together. House Targaryen, House Blackfyre, they are one. They are kin. Aegon says that he could take the Free Cities for him. Rhaegar in no world can release Aegon, but he sends his armies to Tyrosh and Lys to lead in an attack against two of the Free Cities. Bringing Essos into the Seven Kingdoms has never been done. Not to my knowledge. Rhaegar started from Pentos, marches an army with Balon, Greyjoy, and Robert Baratheon. They make their way down, trying to conquer the Free Cities. Rhaegar knows that this is a very important moment in history. He is constantly haunted by visions and dreams that he cannot make out. It is winter. It is dark. There are screams. It looks like the wall, but I don't believe Rhaegar's ever seen the wall. So how is this possible? Rhaegar has news that the dragon egg hatched, but the dragon is nowhere to be seen. One of Rhaegar's Kingsguard runs to Rhaegar and tells him that the dragon is inside Aegon's cell, laying next to Aegon. It seems that this clutch of eggs from Balerion the Black Dread has bonded the Blackfyre line. This is Rhaegar's worst fear. Luckily, the dragon is a baby dragon, and luckily Aegon is behind bars. It might give him some time to convince Aegon what side he truly should be on, and give him time to train the dragon to love Targaryens. The easy option is to execute both, but Rhaegar sees an opportunity to strengthen not only his own line, but the Blackfyre line, and live in harmony. Aegon is shocked that the dragon has chose to bond with him. Maybe all of those years of holding the dormant dragon egg has helped his bond. Rhaegar explains that he is taking the free cities. Aegon explains the policies and politics in the free cities, what helped him navigate the free cities in diplomacy to unite them to help support his Blackfyre call. This helps Rhaegar navigate each of the free cities correctly, being able to understand the weak points a little bit easier. Rhaegar is grateful to Aegon Blackfyre for his info and information. It would be wrong to kill him for his crimes, to kill this beautiful, majestic dragon. Rhaegar uses his information correctly, doing something no Targaryen king has done. Bring the realm and the free cities together. Tyrosh and Lys, they fall quickly. Rhaegar is grateful to Balon Greyjoy for leading his efforts. He's also grateful to Robert Baratheon, his once rival and enemy. They put everything behind them. Rhaegar explains to the realm his dreams, his nightmares, that one day winter will come. Eddard listens, he hears, he knows how dangerous a winter can be, but this winter is no an ordinary winter. He sees dead bodies in the snow. He sees his family flying, fully grown dragons. But he never sees himself on the battlefield. It's almost as if he's watching from the sky. Rhaegar hears word that Lys's captain has been captured, and this is a positive move. Balon Greyjoy is instructed to join Robert Baratheon's force and take out the rest of the armies. Lys is under the Seven Kingdoms. Young Visenya takes to the sky. She has tamed her golden dragon, leaving the small folk to call Visenya the golden dragon. Cersei's firstborn daughter. Rhaegar tells her that we don't need dragon riders for this fight. We do not need to instill any more fear into the people. We just need to control. Young Kenos, Tyrion's son, becomes of age, but people start to think that he almost looks just like the Mad King. But that is impossible. There's been no Targaryen line mixing with the Lannister line. Surely this is impossible. But the image of Kenos is the splitting image of the Mad King, Aerys Targaryen. Surely this is just a coincidence. Rhaegar hears word from Robert Baratheon and Balon Greyjoy that the efforts in Tyrosh were successful, and Tyrosh has bent the knee. A dragon has been announced, that Baela is a female dragon. The Targaryens haven't been this strong in such a long time, with 4 dragons, 3 fully grown, 1 adult dragon and 1 baby dragon, a few eggs, and you never know what can happen. Rhaegar throws a feast in honor of Robert Baratheon, in honor of Lord Balon Greyjoy. The success in the 3 cities has made the realm stronger. He explains to his vassals that he's having these dreams of winter, of a winter to come. Jaehaerys arrives to the feast on his dragon. Yet another dragon rider joins the ranks. The prince that was promised. Rhaegar explains that there are ancient Targaryen texts about a monster that will come. A winter that will cover us. And we must unite every kingdom and be ready for that monster. What that monster is, Rhaegar cannot make out in his dreams. He announces that there'll be no more bad blood between the Blackfyres and the Targaryens. That they will bury the hatchet and become one dragon once again. And because of Aegon's hard work and intel in the leading of the attacks, the Blackfyres will be treated as equals. The Offalis, they will earn their place, and the Bright Flames, with Rhaegar's help, all of these offshoot cadet branches will grow, and in the hopes that these dragons will find dragon riders and be able to lead the attack against anything that might come. Truly, the realm has never been in a stronger position. But can Rhaegar keep the peace? If war add war equals peace, when does the war end? He announces that young Edric Storm, Robert Baratheon's bastard son, will take the lead of the Bright Flame family. Aegon is reluctant, but he understands he has a duty to the realm. He is given land at the bottom of the 3 cities, and he is tasked with one thing, and one thing only: to unite Stepstones and bring them under one banner. After all of the celebrations are done, they will attack the Stepstones. Jaime, the Oathbreaker's son, he needs a wife. It's not fair to hold someone for the actions of their parents. Jaime Lannister, he was a good friend to Rhaegar before. Rhaegar announces that Aegon Blackfyre will lead the attack on the Stepstones, almost as if a test of his loyalty, to see if he can get the job done, to see if he can unite the Stepstones into a very strategic position for the realm. It's almost as if the Stepstones is the first barrier between anybody and the Stormlands and King's Landing. So holding this land is very, very important. Rhaegar sends a few armies to multiple different pieces of land, all led by Aegon Blackfyre. His dragon is small, but looks almost as strong as the other dragons. At their age, almost 10 years older, this dragon might be a real problem. Being related to Balerion the Black Dread, Rhaegar sees an advantage, maybe to make every dragon stronger. If this dragon is a male dragon, all he has to do is get a female dragon and a male dragon. I'm not going to explain how that works, but Rhaegar understands what I'm talking about. It's a PG show. Rhaegar hears word that some of the Stepstones have been taken. The others put up less of a fight. Rhaegar announces to all of his kin that if anybody else is having dreams of winter, of warfare, they are to step forward immediately and seek an audience with me. As the Stepstones fall, Rhaegar is approached by young Jaime, with short hair, but looks the splitting image of Jaime Lannister. He makes Rhaegar a promise. I am not like my father. I will not dishonor the realm. I will do something to make amends for my family's house and name. Thank you for raising me, Rhaegar, he says. I am to wed, and I understand that you're busy. I would love your blessing for me to marry Arthur Dayne's daughter. Rhaegar gives his blessing and returns to the war efforts. The Stepstones have fallen. Rhaegar and his men, led by Aegon Blackfyre of all people, have conquered the Stepstones. Historically one of the hardest positions in the realm to conquer. Rhaegar has done the impossible, and he's made it possible. He's united the realms of men, unified every kingdom under one banner. The Targaryen rule is well underway once again. They call Rhaegar the last dragon, but in reality, he's the first dragon. The first reborn dragon. The dragon that saved the family. Rhaegar Targaryen, he hands out the titles to trusted men, to men that he can believe in. The Offalis, an offshoot of the Targaryen house. The Stepstones is now a kingdom. Young Jaime, the Oathbreaker's son, is to marry. But Rhaegar gets some terrible news that his brother, Viserys, has died from his wound of the Stepstones, losing his arm and falling victim to his wounds. Rhaegar cries. He weeps. He mourns. And he prays for a better day to arrive. What cruel fate his brother would be taken from him. He replaces his brother with Sandor Clegane's firstborn son, which angers Sandor, as Sandor did not want to become a Kingsguard. But Rhaegar gets almost revenge on this action. He commands the Ironborn to bend the knee, and they decline. In defiance, the Greyjoys stand up against Rhaegar, and Rhaegar demands that they are in defiance. The realm is plunged into another war. The Greyjoys have often been a nuisance for the realm, but here we see Rhaegar, his banners to arms. The first man to bring the Greyjoys to heel will be rewarded with lands and riches. Barristan Selmy, Barristan the Bold, one of the realm's greatest knights, is away from old age. Rhaegar is clearly losing control of his realm. War after war was not his plan, but it seems to be the only option for him. Rhaegar commands Edmure Tully to take the fight to the Greyjoys. Almost Edmure Tully's first chance to set himself apart as the leader of the Tullys and the Riverlands. They chase down the Greyjoys with a few 100,000 men, and they catch them at the top of the Riverlands. There's no escape for any betrayers. Rhaegar announces that the realm is different now. There will be no defiance, there will be clear rule and fair, just action. That is something that was missing from his father Aerys, the Mad King's reign. Rhaegar has instilled a new regime into the realm. Rhaegar is approached by his granddaughter, Alora. She approaches him and tells him about a dream. A dream of winter, almost as if she has seen Rhaegar's dreams. Winter is coming, she says. Grandfather, the Targaryen rule is under threat. There'll be a long night. You will not make it, Grandfather. There is a lot to prepare for. Rhaegar rushes. He announces that she is to wed the heir to the throne as soon as possible. It seems as if she is a dreamer, a very rare sight in the Targaryen line. She's told him, word for word, his dream clearer than he could ever see it. Rhaegar must rush to finish this war with the Greyjoys as soon as possible, to put them back in line and make sure the realm is ready for what's sure to come. Rhaegar's fears. Rhaegar envisions a world without him. How can he ensure that the realm lives on longer than his reign? Alora's words, they ring in Rhaegar's mind on the battlefield. The last dragon will fall. A great dragon will plummet to the floor. Rhaegar on the battlefield against the Greyjoys fall. He's unconscious, unable to move. Rhaegar hears Alora's voice touch his mind from afar. A great dragon will fall.
great dragon will fall. A great dragon.
Rhaegar is rushed
Will fall.
back home.
A great
Rushed to
dragon
King's Landing and rushed to his bed,
will fall.
where Laura clutches his hand
A great
and
dragon
explains more.
will fall.
There'll be a time,
Great dragon
grandfather,
shall come
when you are no longer with us.
There'll be
a time
blood.
when winter blocks the view
that
of
was
Dragon's
promised.
Eye. There'll be a time where the prince that was promised will have to give his life for the realm's life. But grandfather, we can stop this. If you hold on, we will be able to survive together. Rhaegar loses consciousness and his mind becomes weak. His body. Rhaegar slips in and out of consciousness and hears word the Greyjoys have been defeated in combat.
A great dragon shall fall.
Rhaegar tells the realm
A great dragon
that the Greyjoys
shall fall.
are to be removed, and any young that convert religions and no longer pillage and destroy the realm can survive. The Greyjoys are commanded and brought forth to an ailing Rhaegar's throne. Rhaegar decides that everyone who joined this rebellion will be sent to the wall. Sent to be the first line against his dreams. People think he has gone mad, just like his father. Sending people to defend against something that has never been seen. Something that has never happened. Something that has been told and passed down from generation to generation just to scare the young. Rhaegar executes the Greyjoys. Any male heir that was defiant for the second time has been executed. A young Greyjoy is to marry and restart his line in a better image to one of the Lannister girls, maybe, to secure the west side of the realm. Rhaegar does not like to be ruthless, but he had to make a statement. Maybe he's not thinking clearly. Maybe he has lost his mind. Just like his father before him, the Mad King, making rash actions due to the pressures of the throne and the realm. It's too much to bear. We have seen kingdoms fall because of a weak king before, and Rhaegar will not repeat the actions of his forebearers. He demands that any independent realm is to be brought into the kingdoms as soon as possible. If that is his last wish, then it shall be done by his friends, family, and loved ones. The realm shall be united, he says to young Jaehaerys. The realm shall be united, he says to young Daemon. The realm shall stand against winter. Rhaegar sleeps. He spends most of his days sleeping. Most of his days drifting in and out of consciousness. And anytime he does speak, he only speaks of a winter that has not been seen. Alora, his granddaughter, is by his side most of the days. They whisper. They do not allow anybody into Rhaegar's room. It's almost as if they can see stuff that others cannot. Rhaegar has told the realm that the Black Dragon of Blackfyre shall lead the attack on the remaining independent forces. Alora and Rhaegar, they're not seen often. Rhaegar is never seen except for by his council and Alora, but his might is felt through Aegon Blackfyre and Robert Baratheon. His once enemies are now fighting in his name for something bigger. Ares the dragon brings forth a clutch of 3 dragon eggs. Targaryens have grown to a strength never seen since the first dance. Dragons, the realm united, all under Rhaegar's rule. Something that has never been seen before from any Targaryen king. It's quite ironic that they call the last dragon when he's brought forth so many dragons and unified the realm from top to bottom. Small folk rejoice in Rhaegar's name. Another dragon rider takes to the skies, and it's Aegon Blackfyre with his dragon, Darkfyre. Hopefully, he can stick to his word. The dragon is almost reminiscent of his father, Balerion the Black Dread. It's almost like we see the dragons reborn, and another one into this world. Another dragon rider. Alora tells Rhaegar that there are some that will not make it if we do not make the right preparations. Rhaegar brings forth his heir, Jaehaerys, and says, "You are in danger, my son." The dragon riders are the most important thing about this battle that is to come. Jaehaerys says, "But father, we've unified the realm. Nobody would dare test us." Rhaegar holds his son's hand tight and tells him, "It's not men that we need to worry about." As he passes out, Alora takes over and says the prophecy. "We believe that you are Azor Ahai, that you will unify the realms against the realms of evil. That winter will come and you will defend the realm of men." Jaehaerys is shocked. He is to be this legendary figure. And there's so many powerful dragon riders, there's so many powerful dragon houses born. He is the prince that's promised. He finds it hard to believe. He finds it hard to look at his father. Rumors have it that Aegon the Blackfyre, his dragon has laid eggs. Jaehaerys demands that Aegon gives the dragon eggs over immediately. Aegon does not hesitate, but he makes one request: that his son, Aegon, is to be given a dragon egg, and he will promise to defend the realm in the Targaryen name. Rhaegar's faiths in the Greyjoys are betrayed once again, as Roderick refuses to bend the knee once again. Dragon rider after dragon rider, they claim the clutches of dragon eggs. Rhaegar is unable to plan and make moves, so he puts Jaehaerys in charge. Rhaegar is visited by a figure, someone that he has not seen in a long time. Jon Arryn, Lord Jon of the Vale, approaches Rhaegar's bed and says, "Soon you will be with us. Soon a great dragon will fall, and your dynasty will fall straight after, unless you prepare them for the long night." Rhaegar is spooked. Jon Arryn is dead. He would be 120 at this age. There is no way that he is alive. Rhaegar screams. He shouts. Alora rushes in and calms him. Informs him that the Greyjoys have rebelled once again and the realm is in chaos. But don't worry, grandfather. Jaehaerys will handle it this time. Rhaegar commands that once the Greyjoys are captured, any that defy the Targaryen rule are to be executed in front of the realm. Rhaegar sleeps as the realm is plunged into chaos once again because of the Greyjoys. The fighting lasts years, 2 years to be exact. Rhaegar, in and out of consciousness, only sees Alora for this time. Alora and Rhaegar become very, very close. Some believe Rhaegar to be insane, believing these and listening to lies, seeing ghosts, seeing prophecies that fulfill his wishes and wants. I mean, you would be a fool to not believe your own daughter when she tells you a vision and a dream of something that you've seen before. Rhaegar is informed by Ned Stark, by Robert Baratheon, and by Aegon Blackfyre that the war very, very well. The Greyjoys have fought a needless war. Rhaegar musters up the strength to attack the Greyjoys' hold on Aerie, the dragon. Rhaegar flies from the Red Keep all the way to the Greyjoys' holding, and he's had enough. He burns down the wall, but he is too weak and is urged to return back. The battle rages on without Rhaegar. Robert Baratheon, Eddard Stark, and Dorne leading the charge against the betrayers and the pretenders. Some of the Greyjoys are captured. They are urged to change their ways, but they refuse in their stubborn nature and are executed for their crimes, brought in front of Rhaegar and his dragons at the Red Keep. Rhaegar gives them an option to change their ways, to not pillage, to not cause mayhem, but they decline one after another, their stubborn ways keeping them from being around anymore. A young Greyjoy boy is to be raised in their stead by Rhaegar.
Rhaegar has raised half of the realm. This is an urge to make sure that the realm can stay together, but all there has been is chaos and fights. Rhaegar commands that any Greyjoy that does not follow suit is to be brought to him at once. As this is their second rebellion, in such a short space of time, there will be no Robert Baratheon wins battle after battle in the name of Targaryen rule. And the Greyjoys are brought to heel. They are brought before a weakened Rhaegar. Knees down. They hate the sight of Rhaegar. Each and every one of them proclaiming that Rhaegar is the worst thing that has happened to this realm since Aegon the Conqueror. One by one, they denounce the Targaryen rule with no urgency for life if this is how they have to live. They all proclaim Rhaegar as their enemy, loud, in front of the Seven Kingdoms, cursing his very name, wishing for his downfall as soon as possible. Rhaegar announces that anybody that does not want to change their ways shall be executed today. One by one, all of the followers are sent to the wall. All of the Greyjoys are sentenced to death. Executed, fed to the dragon. All of their young is to be raised by the realm's greatest champions, taught to be true faith of the seven followers, and there shall be no more pillaging and evil doings in the realm from the Greyjoys. Rhaegar does not commit these atrocities lightly. But people are starting to see the Mad King in his reflection. As he sits upon the throne, he understands that there are multiple issues with what he has just committed. But he knows if he does not, the Greyjoys will not fall in line. He's given them multiple opportunities. Rhaegar is too weak to think at the moment, and he leaves the rest to Jaehaerys. The realm will never be the same after this day. Seeing the once strong dragon, once named as the final dragon, wasting away on the throne, barely even able to lift his hand, commit so many atrocities. But he gave many opportunities for them to change their ways. But they did not. And they shall not. Rhaegar cannot allow this to happen. The Greyjoys that are left alive know that Rhaegar is not playing around, and they are urged to change their ways, to change their beliefs, to follow the faith of the seven, unless they end up like the rest of their family, taken, controlled. That's how they see it. But Rhaegar sees it as unifying the realm for a deeper threat that is to come. He announces that everybody in the realm should be ready for the chaos that shall ensue. He cannot say too much, and he requests that all of the great lords come and meet him at the kingdom, the Red Keep, as soon as possible. The small folk are confused. What could be worse than any human army? What could be worse than any alliance, any kingdom, any dragon? The small folk try to keep calm because they have no idea what Rhaegar is talking about. Some chalk it up to him being insane just like his father, and it runs in the Targaryen dynasty. One flip of the coin and they are drove to madness, is that correct? Rhaegar requests that all of the Lord Paramounts go to King's Landing immediately so that Rhaegar can put his affairs in order. Surely he does not have many days left. But guys, that's where I'm going to end this episode for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this story. It's been a little while since I released an episode, but life has gotten in the way and I've been enjoying like playing different games and a different version of this story. If you would like to see the rest of this story, make sure you go back and like every single episode that I've dropped. I believe that I'm going to end this series in the next episode, and what an ending it's going to be. Trust me when I say this right now, you're going to love it if I can edit it correctly and tell the story that I want to tell. Being on YouTube like this and making a story and telling this gameplay that I've been doing has been a dream of mine, so I just went for it, you know what I mean? And the response has been very nice. I don't expect to be the best YouTuber. I don't expect to be, you know, number one and stuff like that, but I'm very grateful that you guys have watched this far. And, you know, the next episode is going to be an absolute banger. This story was incredible, and yeah, like I said, I have multiple other stories that are coming, and I have other gameplays coming as well, so just hit that subscribe button if you want to be around. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, I said you're gonna love it if I do it correctly. I'll see you soon. Talk to the minions.